Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Today we are going to talk about the trans people and can they pray in the mosque with the normal congregation. This is a very important topic because so far we have with the development and the coming up of the new world order, we have a group of people who are trans, and so far I have not seen them going to any mosque or going to, I don't know how they pray. So I wanted to address this issue and at least share my views on whether they can pray with the normal congregation or they cannot pray with the normal congregation. The trans people, the transgender people, are those people who have they don't actually, it's difficult to define them, but it's like this. The simplest way you can put it is the men consider themselves to be women and women consider them to be men, or vice versa. Okay, this by itself is a different situation when it comes to religious people and religion. So what's the view of religion on this? Do trans people, are they religious? Can they be religious or can they not be religious? Okay. Trans people are just like other people. It's only that their preferences are different. Their way of life, their preferences in life is different, and they also have the obligation, or they can go and pray if they want to. Now, religion by itself is against this kind of situation and does not encourage this type of conversions. But this is life and this is the world the way it is. The world is a place where very many different values are being tested, and this is also a part of the test for both the religious and the non-religious. This issue of prayers, whether they should pray or they should not pray, or whether they are free from prayers, is a different topic, which it depends on that person. But what I want to address is if a trans person wants to go and pray, can he go and pray with the normal congregation? Because it is a feeling and it is a necessity. Some people may feel like they want to pray. Okay, we are talking about those people who are sincere in their desire to go and pray. What they can do is they can go and join the other congregations in the prayers, but they have to follow the codes, dress codes and the behavior codes for the mosque, and they have to abide by the Sharia. That is, what is the Sharia? How do we dress? How are we supposed to dress when we are praying? How are we supposed to present ourselves before God when we are praying? They have to abide by that. So a trans person, if he wants to pray with a congregation, he has to go by that congregation. He cannot bring new ideas or cannot ask to be tolerated when he goes there dressed in a different kinds of ways that are not appropriate to the way the congregation is praying. He has to conform and he has to abide by those rules. Rules are not changed according to the people, but people should follow the rules in the mosque and all other worship places. So, if a trans wants to pray, he should be able to go and pray with the congregation as long as his intention is to pray and he obeys and abides by those rules. Well, the duty of the congregation here is to accommodate this person as much as possible. By accommodation, it means that we do not shy these people away. We welcome them, and then we try to encourage them, and we try to put the best of our characters, because they are a test for the normal congregation, and the congregation is also being tested by them. And we should also not forget that our main purpose for this in this world is to pray. not only to pray but to worship, and worship comes in all forms of manners. So we cannot say that we are worshiping when we are denying people places of worship, when we don't want people to worship with us. And all religions should be tolerant, and should tolerate the trans people and should welcome them in their congregations, as long as these people, they abide by the rules and the laws that governs the prayers, and their way of expression, the way they express themselves is to establish a mutual field of prayers and understanding. We don't expect a trans person to go to a mosque and then expect the mosque to accept him the way he is. For example, a man dressed as a woman cannot pray with a man. This is against the rule. So if they want to pray, if this is a woman who is dressing like a man, can he pray with a man as long as he dresses like a man? Maybe. Or if it's a woman, if it's a man who's dressed like a man, can he pray with the women? Maybe. But the issue here is to pray, not to go and establish a new system of rule. So if a person is dressing like a woman, he's a man and he's dressed like a woman, and he wants to go and pray, he cannot go and pray with the man because he's dressed like a woman. Okay, and biologically he's a man, so he cannot pray with the women, but he's dressing like a woman. So it's up to him. What he can do is, he can go and pray with the women. But how? Without disrupting the order. Because that's how he feels. And that is the place where he finds himself to be, he feels suitable. But the best we can do is, if he can go there unidentified and he does not disrupt order, because he has to be considerate of the women there. If it's a man who's dressed like a woman, he's praying with the women, so he cannot go there and try to bring up his issues or orders, or he cannot go there and investigate women. It is against the prayers, and it is against the moral and the purpose of the prayer. So the best thing, if it's a man, he can pray with the man as a man, and this is the best way. So he can go and dress like a man, go and pray with a man. If it's a woman who's dressed like a man, he cannot pray with a man, but he can dress like a man, he can dress like a woman, go and pray with the ladies. And after that, his business out of the mosque or places of prayers is up to him. Nobody should judge this person according to his lifestyle. Nobody should mix. Nobody should mind in his affairs. So they should also not meddle or try to confuse our people, because religion is a test place. Religion is a way. Religion is not a personal thing. Religion, it is an open place. It is an open idea of worship, and people with the same ideas, people with the same intentions come together to pray. It could be a Jew, it could be a Muslim, it could be a Christian, it doesn't matter, but this is the purpose of the religion. So if we let these people not pray with us, or if we shun them away from the mosque and places of prayers, what will happen is that these people will have a reason for not praying. Okay, do we have to give them the reason not to pray? They'll say, okay, we did not pray because they did not let us pray. No, that is not the reason. But we should welcome these people, but they should also dress accordingly. They should behave accordingly. And after all, it is not an issue of, after all, our purpose is to pray, not to pass our views, not to impose our actions or feelings to other people. We go there to meet the Creator. We meet the Creator, and after that, everybody minds his own business. And religion is a personal issue. It's not a congregational issue. I mean worship. So it's religion, because each person lives his religion personally. You don't live it as a congregation, but you can share ideas and you can share views. So places of worship should be open to these people, but these people should also be, the trans people should be conscious and sensitive towards the congregation, and the congregation should also be sensitive, and they should make places of religion, worship, just for worship, where the world's politics do not, where they do not entertain world politics, and they do not accommodate disruptions, negative feelings, and other things. Thank you very much.